back, everybody, to another episode of Food for Thought with Karabo and Konsi. For our newbies, I am Konsi, and this right here is my friend Karabo, and we are the Agri Duo, basically handling this channel, telling you all things about agriculture from farm to your tables. And today we are going to be talking about an interesting topic that is going to impact each and every household in South Africa. Karabo, take it away.
Today, guys, we are going to be talking about grains. Okay, so we've had a bit of a challenging start to the season where we saw December and January have excessive rains, and as a result, we saw the rains actually damage some of the crop that was on the ground. And also, some farmers were unable to get to the ground because it was too wet. So we also saw delayed plantings.
Yeah.
So the reason we are discussing this today is the Crop Estimates Committee, which is an organization basically that gives us like your forecast or estimate as to what can we expect for the season. How much maize, how much wheat, how much sunflower, soybeans, all of those will be produced for the season. So the numbers are out, and today we hope to share all those numbers with you and sort of say, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because as much as they're just stats for the normal household, for the man on the street, these numbers actually paint a picture of how much crop or product is available in South Africa. So if there is too much, it's usually good. It means our prices will be fairly low and our producers will also be able to export. On the other hand, if it's low, it means supply will be low, then we will usually have to pay higher prices, and then we'll probably also have to import. But in this case, as much as we had some rainfall, I think we have some good news. So yeah.
I think let's just look at the stats now. So for maize, for this season 2021-2022, we are expecting a total of 14.5 million tons.
Okay.
So if you look at the long-term 10-year trend, this is like above average. This is very good.
Yeah.
But if you look at year on year, what we produced in the previous season compared to now, we are down by 11%.
Yeah.
And all of this is largely because of this rainfall and some of the yields that are reduced in the certain areas that were mainly impacted.
Yeah.
And those areas are mainly the Northwest and the Free State.
And the Free State, absolutely.
Yes.
And then we have our sunflowers and our soybeans, usually referred to in agriculture as just oilseeds. And our sunflowers there's been an increase in planting this year, about 34%, right?
Yes, 35%.
Increase, 35% year on year. And that is also mainly because the maize producers couldn't plant during their planting window, right?
Yes.
And what we've noticed even over the years, when there is a problem with planting maize, producers shift to sunflowers because sunflowers have a longer planting window. You can plant sunflowers up until January, and that's why you see the increased plantings in sunflowers, which also resulted in the estimate of such a massive increase in production.
Yes, back to what Konsi was saying. So we also saw some of those farmers maybe who had crop damage, had to actually replant, but because of the timing, January, it's too late to be planting maize, so they switched to sunflower. But again, sunflower prices have been very, very lucrative. Would you like to tell us about
Oh my goodness, sunflower prices have reached record highs. I mean, for now, if you are a sunflower producer, you are getting about 10,000 Rand per ton. And thinking of the volumes, I mean, the volume and the price, gross profit, you are literally in your bag. So this is actually a good time to be a sunflower producer. And a lot of the prices is mainly driven by global developments, and we will get into that later. But it's not because in South Africa our sunflower is necessarily expensive. It just means that the sunflower seed as a commodity is higher on the global market and is driving our local market.
And just to maybe give you a bit of context, that 10,000 Rand, in the past about 4 years, 5 years, we used to report 4,000-5,000.
When we started doing agri trades, it was trending around that time. And soybeans, on the other side, there was low volumes, right, Karabo? So it's actually a sign of relief that we have an increased production this season, because when there's low volumes in the local market, then there's issues with crushing.
Yes.
So it's actually a good thing that now our soybean market is also like, we're expecting a bit of growth there. And they also...
It's down 4%.
It's down 4%, yes, but now they're starting to harvest. Sorry, so the harvesting, there was too low stock to crush at the moment. So with the harvesting coming in, we will now be able to crush again. Sorry about that. I was just talking about the current market. But in terms of the production this year, it is also lower.
Yes, we're expecting lower. And all you peanut butter lovers, planting is up. Planting is up by 7.6%.
And the groundnut prices, just like in general, in the respective grades, the prices are also like really lucrative at the moment, right?
Yes, yes. So at this stage, guys, in terms of food security, concerns I think have been eased a lot because we did get some calm weather conditions following the rainfall, because we were like, it better stop raining.
Yeah, there was a lot of like fear that, oh my goodness, all this excessive rain, what does this mean for South Africa? But the numbers came out and it's not looking too dire.
Yes.
It's looking actually good.
Yeah, so there are now less concerns about the excessive soil moisture, so the crop can actually grow nicely. So in terms of, are we expecting to see maize meal prices increase in SPAR and your Pick and Pay? Not yet.
No, not yet. So like I said, most of our prices are dependent on the global markets, but also there's a lot of developments happening locally, right? I mean, because of the Brent crude oil prices and Russia and all of that.
Internationally, you mean, yes.
Yes. There's an impact on our local fuel prices, which will have an impact on the farm, because those tractors are using petrol, hey?
Yes.
Those
definitely.
harvesters are using petrol, so you will have a cost squeeze in terms of production. And how that will relate to the commodity and food price inflation, it's too early to tell.
So if the situation also that's happening with Ukraine and Russia definitely will impact us. We've got strong demand from the Chinese side. And you mentioned earlier the drought in the South America, Indonesia area. All of those will eventually influence the price that we have to pay this side. So just as a summary, we had the numbers came out and they are better than we had anticipated.
Yes.
Definitely, so we're happy about that. So things are sort of looking good, except for the high fertilizer prices, the high electricity hike. Now they just approved like what, a 9% increase, and things like that. The high fuel prices, things like that will eventually filter into what we see here, as well as what's happening in the international market.
Yes, the international market being the way that it is right now with high commodity prices, we've said a lot of stuff that is negative, but commodity prices are being supported by what is happening globally. Like the drought, supplies are low, the conflict, higher prices for certain commodities because certain areas will not be getting produce from your Russia, your Ukraine, which will always have like an opening for some areas to also export into those markets. So it's not all doom and gloom. We are just giving you a highlight of what is currently happening. Your maize meal will be fine. You can still fry your eggs with your sunflower oil.
I think in the next segment we need to sort of take them through the inflation numbers.
Absolutely.
To link it up.
Yeah.
To see how these numbers are actually coming across in the inflation.
Yeah, and you guys as well, please do let us know, what you would like to know about agri and what is going to happen based on what you're seeing in your own budgets, in your own consumers, trends. Just engage with us.
Yes.
Let us know which topics you'd love us to talk to you guys about or delve a bit deeper in, especially if you don't understand certain terms or certain jargon. And we would really love to hear from you, from our regulars. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, we love you, we appreciate you, and we will see you at our next episode.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.